What's happening, sports fans? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're surviving what I think is Tuesday. I don't know what day it is anymore. I'm kind of losing all the sense of like not having sports and not having schedules and weeks, and I'm losing track of time. All I know is that there's a ton of athletes still to talk to, and Hayley Johnson here from Granite Hills is one of them. Thank you very much. Are you doing well with what day it is? Are you like? How's the routine going for you?
I'm keeping track of it. Not really, but sometimes I'm like, is it Tuesday? Like, what day is it? So, but my routine, I'm getting into a good routine. So,
You're stepping it up. Just you're finding that nice rhythm. I think a lot of us are struggling with
yeah.
that. I know personally, I'm shifting a little more nocturnal than ever before. I know everyone is sleeping in more now because online classes. You don't have to get to school and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh, I know.
things are
Yeah.
changing. You're wearing a Hawaii shirt. You are committed to play
Yes.
softball at Hawaii. So let's talk about that decision. Why Hawaii?
Why not Hawaii? It's a beautiful place, and I think it's somewhere that I can grow more as a person and to be on my own. And I mean, yeah, it's far, and of course, I'm gonna miss my family, but I'm really excited to just start a new chapter of my life in somewhere beautiful.
So you're obviously moving to Island Paradise and getting to play the sport you love, and you've checked about everybody's dream box, obviously. So was Hawaii always the choice all along from day one, or was there something along the lines where it became the school of your choice? How did this all come about?
It just, like you have to email coaches to get them to recruit you. And I was just looking at schools and like Hawaii popped up and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, yes, like that'd be amazing. Like, but I'm like, they'd never choose me. Like, I'd never get over there. And like, it was crazy because the coach texted my coach one day. He's like, oh, like I'm intrigued with left-handed catchers, like I'm glad to watch her. And I was like, wow, like this is like actually happening. So he came to watch me and I like didn't do that great in front of him, but he still was like really interested in me. And you know he invited me on a unofficial visit and I like fell in love with it. So it was just like it just all kind of fell into place and I'm just really blessed that I have an opportunity to play there.
So it certainly sounds like you wound up, even though you weren't looking for it specifically, you wound up at the right place. Please
Yes.
enjoy that on all of our behalves. I'm sure that
Of
there's a lot of
course.
people out there listening right now. They're like, I'd sign up for that. I'd take that chance.
I
We
know everyone's like, "Oh, I'm coming to visit you."
Oh yeah,
Which is
you're gonna have aunts and uncles coming out of the woodwork that you're like, I didn't know I was related to you. People looking to
yeah.
stay there. In February, which seems like years and years ago at this point, we saw you at Petco Park for that letter of intent signing day.
Yes.
What was that moment like? Actually, getting to be there, signing that with the fan. That had to be a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, it was because, my family was there, my coach was there, and all my friends who were like recruited too and who were committed was there as well. And I was just really happy I got to spend that time with them and to just experience that moment with them, and it was just all amazing. So,
We had one of your teammates, Stacy, on with us a couple days ago.
yes.
San
I love
Diego, she's awesome. San Diego in general, I think it's a baseball and a softball town. We had one of your teammates on already who's going Division 1. You're going Division 1. There is so much skill countywide in San Diego. You got to feel like you're already a little bit prepared for that next level.
Yes, yeah, I am prepared. I'm ready to just go and to experience the next level.
So talk to us a little bit about just what your experience has been in high school, what the competition has been like, what some of your maybe your memories will be of your time playing with the Eagles.
Wow, there's been so many
Yeah, I know
memories
that's
with
a loaded
playing
question,
with
so
the
take it
team.
wherever you want to.
Yeah, like it's just there's just so many things to think about when like you think of like high school, obviously that's 4 years of your life that you're never going to forget, and especially with the girls and the coaches that I've played with have made my 4 years unforgettable. And like, it's just a time where I was like excited because like um, you know, and our like the competition was really good too because we were open division all 4 years, and my coach was super amazing, and he was goofy and funny, and we could always mess around with him. And I was just super close with the girls on the team, and it was just really fun. And I'm glad I got to play with them. So
You posted a photo on your Instagram of your Letterman jacket. There's no room left on it. Is there room for any more? Would you, just hypothetically, let's play out this spring season ends up happening, would you have had to have gotten a second Letterman jacket for whatever patches you would have gotten this year?
No, I don't. I would just probably fit it on the back of my Lettermans, like other people do.
Well, and I asked because we talked to so many multi-sport athletes, but yet we hear from coaches in the offseason saying, oh, we want you to really just focus on this one sport. You obviously enjoyed playing multiple sports. Your take on all that?
Oh yeah, I don't regret it at all playing 3 sports in high school. Because I've made so many like new friends, and and just playing different sports, it's like, okay, it's a nice break from softball. And then when you're playing softball, it's like, oh, it's a nice break from volleyball. And then when I'm playing water polo, I was like, wow, this is a hard sport. But yeah, so.
Water polo, not necessarily super, super wide consumed, but very popular, I think, in San Diego / Southern California. Help me kind of educate the people that don't know a ton about it, though. It is
Oh
the
god.
most physically demanding, insane, like, combat sport of all time. Like, people don't
It's
understand.
oh, it's the hardest sport I've ever played. It's literally the hardest sport. I was like, I'm not doing it again.
What's going on underneath the water is it's just fist fighting, right? Like you're
Oh yeah. You're just like, I mean, like people like grow their nails out, you've heard like probably, and just people just literally like, especially with girls, I think girls are more intense than guys, so it's like crazy out there.
couldn't agree with you more. For those of you that have not gone out to check out high school water polo, like there's more evidence here that you need to go check this sport out because it's fast paced, it's very intense, and it is funny that you don't see a lot of it going on, but then everybody ends up kind of beaten and bruised by the end of the game because some of those, you're right, they do get very intense. What have you been up to with all your downtime?
Well, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I just finished The Office for the fourth time. But other than that, I've been doing a lot of exercising. I picked up a new hobby. I'm playing the ukulele now, and that's perfect
Stop.
since.
Nothing else happens now on this interview until you go get that and you play it for us.
Oh gosh,
No,
I don't know. No, I
no,
can't.
no. This interview is on pause. We will take this to Instagram Live if we look. We can edit it out if you really end up hating it, but give us a little sample. Just go.
I'm not. Okay, okay. All right. Hold on.
Oh, we can hear it. There it is.
All right. So it might be out of tune. Oh yeah. They get out of tune fast. Can I tune it real quick?
Please do. We have all the time in the world.
Okay.
I'm going to assume, though, from your pronunciation of it, you have a decent passion for it, so you're probably pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like amazing. I just like did it maybe started only like a couple months ago.
But time alone in quarantine has ratcheted up the practice of it.
For sure. Okay.
All right. What are we going to hear?
Um,
What
let's
what have you been
see.
practicing the most of?
Well, the most popular is the uh somewhere over the rainbow. don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You're going to fit in just fine in Hawaii.
I don't know. I'm working on it though.
So to go with that, are you also like eating more Spam now and drinking more coconuts and pineapple juice? Like, are you trying to go full blown island native?
No, I mean, like, I've been making my own smoothies in the mornings and stuff, and like, but no, I just picked up that hobby. Just like I was like, okay, because I can't surf, so might as well try something.
Not at all, or just haven't really exposed yourself to it?
Well, I mean, I've like surfed a couple times, but I'm not that great at it. So, but my aunt and uncle live there, so they're gonna teach me how to surf when I get there. So, yeah.
I'm sure if we checked in with you in a couple years, you'll have a flower in the hair. You'll be very like beach island vibesy. That involves a lot of travel, though, as a student athlete. There is that something that you've given a lot of thought to? Road games are a very different concept.
I've definitely thought of like my time management and of how I'm gonna like deal with traveling all the time and being on the road, and it's just something that I'm really gonna have to put a lot of effort into and focus on. So but the good thing about traveling is like you're still traveling to the mainland, so I get to see my family a lot during the season. So I'm actually excited about going different places too.
Well, it's you're going to feel like a professional. They're not going to give you can't take a bus to any schools, so you're going to be flying everywhere. So tons and tons of jet setting, tons and tons of, like you said, though, time management. I always have a lot of respect for athletes that go either end of that, go all the way up to the Northeast where it's always going to be snowing and it's very different from here or in your direction. What would be emotions, reactions, what's on your mind, what's going through, like, what's the experience of being a high school senior when all of this happens?
I think with every athlete, especially, like, you have different emotions going through your head because you were waiting to experience, like, senior night and going to grad night and going to prom and having graduation and walking across that stage, getting your diploma. I have had a lot of mixed emotions. I've been happy. I'm like, yeah, like I don't have to go to school. But then like at the same time, you're like, wow, I just kind of missed all those senior activities that I was looking forward to all 4 years. And like obviously I miss my friends and my teachers too, because they've made my experience so much better than high school normally is. So yeah, I've had a lot of mixed emotions about it. So
Well, I really appreciate you sharing that with us. Nobody has an answer. Like, nobody's ever done this before. No other high school class of seniors has had this ended. No, anybody has lived through something like this. So it's just awesome to hear kind of in everybody's words how they're going through it. Folks, there's a lot of high school athletes out there that need just positive vibes and thoughts because like she mentioned, it's prom, it's graduation, stuff even bigger than their season necessarily that's getting dealt with. But thank you so much for being on with us, sharing a little bit of your time. The musical skills, you are underrating yourself. We'll play that as the show intro this week. Also, we'll definitely put that to good use. But we really appreciate you being on with us. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Please support your local athletes because they are going on to represent San Diego next year at the highest of levels. We'll talk to you soon, sports fans.